Welcome back. Thanks for joining us on your Friday morning. Now, the amount of accessory dwelling units, or granny flats as they call them, is increasing here in San Diego. Maximal Space is hosting the state's first ADU tour and expo this weekend here in San Diego. So to explain more, the CEO and founder of Maximal Space, Caitlin Bigelow, is here with us. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Okay, so kicking it off, we just want to know where the idea for an ADU tour and expo came from. It's pretty a unique concept.
Yeah, so we actually had a little open house for one of our garage conversions that had wrapped up. And I was shocked by the number of people that showed up because they were like, what does a garage conversion really look like? Does it feel like home? And we even had people driving down from LA so that they were able to see what it looked like. And that kind of spurred the idea of, could we make this a bigger thing and have a bunch of units on the tour so people could really get a sense of what it would be like to live in these, what they look like, you know, how much storage is there really, that kind of thing.
And it seems like the demand is high for these ADU units. Has the process become easier for someone wanting to build or add one on?
Without a doubt. So the state has made huge strides in bringing forward legislation that has made this faster, easier, cheaper for people. But City of San Diego has also taken, I mean, even beyond the state requirements, has really been a leader in making this process streamlined for people. So it's really excited to see them, you know, put their best foot forward to this. So it's a great time for homeowners to explore this option.
And what can participants really expect from this tour and expo?
So we have some fabulous ADUs on the tour, everything from above a garage to garage conversions expansion, standalone units in the backyard. The idea is you get to drive around. It's a self-guided tour, so you get a program with a map, and then you get to go to the sites, go into the units, talk to the homeowners, talk to the general contractors. And one of the things that I'm most excited about on the tour is we'll actually have flyers posted at each unit that breaks down the price and kind of basic info about the unit so that you can understand, you know, what does a $150,000 project look like? What does a luxury project look like? And it'll give people a better sense of cost as well.
And speaking about money, I know adding an ADU unit could also increase money for rent if you want to have somebody on your property. What are the financial benefits of having one?
Absolutely. So one of the units on the tour, they were building it so they could rent it out. And so this was in Pacific Beach. And someone came up off the street and said, I really want to rent this unit. I will pay you a year's worth of rent in advance if I can lock this in. And that kind of blew our minds. But I think that's just, you know, shows what the demand and the desire is for these rental units, you know, for ADUs as rental units. I mean, there's humongous upside for these homeowners, and they'll be sharing all of that financial data with people as well.
And give us a couple of numbers. What's the average amount that creating a ADU unit could cost a couple here in San Diego?
It really depends on how big and kind of the level of finishes, but generally garage conversions, construction costs start at about $100,000. And the most expensive ADU we have on the tour was $300,000 to put into place. But, you know, around $150,000, I think, is a sweet spot for people.
And break down what part of San Diego, where we can find you, all of that information.
Yeah, so if you draw a line from La Mesa to Pacific Beach, that's pretty much where the bulk of the ADUs will be. We have an awesome ADU in Encinitas and one in Chula Vista as well. And if you want to join the tour, we still have tickets available. You can go to adutour.net and you can find your tickets there.
And of course, this is a really unique type of space because they're small spaces. So will there be people there talking about how design really does incorporate into making an ADU unit livable?
That is such a huge thing, because if you have an architect that's used to build, you know, designing 2,500 square foot homes, and now you're trying to, our smallest unit on the tour is 350 square feet. And so it's a totally different kind of design criteria. So yes, you'll be able to talk to the designers at the units, get ideas. But the other thing is, I think just being able to go and see was, what does 350 square feet look like? How did they get a washer dryer in there? What ideas can I take away from my project is hugely beneficial to people.
Now, of course, there's legal aspects, permitting that goes into all of this. Will there also be people breaking down how to legally make this work on your property?
Yeah, so we have an expo the first day, which is all about information. So the City of San Diego is participating. They'll be talking about regulations and how to put these in place. We'll have all the general contractors and designers. We'll have booths there so you can go and talk and ask questions. So we'll have a lot of really wonderful experts kind of giving their piece. And then day 2 is actually the tour, where then you get to drive around and do all the fun part of, going into all of the units.
Well, it really does sound like a great experience for people wanting to expand their space, taking advantage of that. Again, from La Mesa all the way to Pacific Beach, a lot of opportunities to be able to explore those. Thank you so much for being on our show this morning, giving people an opportunity to maybe make a little extra cash on the side.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.